One can't help but wonder, after viewing The Eternaut on Netflix, what the title implies and how it relates to the story's themes. In general, the world-ending event in The Eternaut begins with toxic snow suddenly descending from the sky. As is typical of most post-apocalyptic movies and shows, everyone who comes into contact with the snow dies, and those who manage to stay alive are left bewildered by what's going on around them. After introducing multiple additional layers of dangers that mankind must face, what starts as a reasonably traditional post-apocalyptic thriller soon ventures into unexplored terrain in the Netflix science fiction series. Once the snow stops falling, the humans face off against gigantic alien bug-like creatures. It isn't long until they discover that these animals are also under the influence of an extraterrestrial power. Viewers are left with more questions than answers as The Eternaut's final storyline explores multiple themes related to trauma, loops, and interdimensional travel. Nothing is known even about the show's title or what it could imply. Fortunately, there are enough hints in The Eternaut for a plethora of theories and conjectures to emerge that attempt to decipher the title. The phrases eternity and astronaut are the roots of the term Eternaut. This concept of limitless time has its roots in the Latin word eternus, meaning everlasting or endless. The word astronaut originates from the Greek words astron, meaning star, and nauts, meaning sailor, while the naut in Eternaut is a loan word from that root. The title of a Netflix series seems to allude to a character that travels eternally between the realms of space and time. Even though the show has nothing to do with space travel in the beginning, the title doesn't seem to mean much at first because the plot is straightforward and follows a standard post-apocalyptic pattern. Nevertheless, as the plot of The Eternaut unfolds, it explores numerous fascinating concepts related to simulations, time loops, and the cyclical nature of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, seemingly providing fresh understanding of the title. While the conclusion of The Eternaut does reveal the identity of the main character, it also leaves viewers with many unanswered questions. One nearly passes out in multiple scenes and has flashbacks about a battle he fought in decades before the events of the drama take place. Scenes like these show how one becomes a Eternaut, someone who keeps going through trauma-inducing cycles because his PTSD from the war makes him regress to a time he wishes he could forget. A subsequent suggestion by The Eternaut that one may be trapped in a temporal loop further complicates matters. One has a severe case of déjà vu just before the closing credits of Season 1, and he can't help but note how strangely familiar his surroundings seem. Although one's experiences are never fully explained, they are consistent with the series title, as they imply that he is always traversing the seemingly endless passageways of time and the overall invasion. In Denis Villeneuve's Arrival, Amy Adams' character also becomes a Hernaut, as she experiences the past, present, and future concurrently. Only time will tell where these narrative threads ultimately go in The Eternaut. Assuming a second season is greenlit, The Eternaut may follow Arrival's lead and become more mind-bending in Season 2. Another possibility is that it will follow the tried-and-true time loop plot device, as seen in films like Edge of Tomorrow and others about extraterrestrial invasions.